Here is what nobody tells you about the fat you cannot see. The fat wrapped around your liver is far more dangerous. It is not the jiggle on your stomach that kills you. This fat lives deep inside where you cannot touch it. It squeezes your heart and suffocates your pancreas slowly. This is visceral fat, and it is a metabolic poison. Most people have this fat without ever knowing it exists. You can have abs and still be in serious danger. Skinny people die from this just as often as others. Linda from Phoenix walked 3 miles before sunrise every day. She ate salads and gave up bread and wine completely. She followed every single rule her doctor gave her. Yet every checkup ended with the same crushing 4 words. "You need to try harder," the doctor would always say. But Linda was not weak or lazy in any way. She was simply attacking the wrong problem entirely. If you have ever felt like Linda, please keep watching. Today we are going to change everything you thought you knew. Your body stores fat in 2 completely different biological ways. The first type is subcutaneous fat under your skin. That is, the soft layer you can pinch easily. It is frustrating, but it is relatively harmless to you. The second type is visceral fat, and it is different. It does not sit under your skin at all, actually. It lives deep inside your abdominal cavity instead. It wraps around your liver like a clenched fist. It presses against your pancreas and squeezes your intestines. Unlike subcutaneous fat, it never just sits there quietly. Researchers call it metabolically active tissue for a reason. It behaves less like stored energy and more like poison. Visceral fat releases toxic inflammatory chemicals into your blood. These chemicals are called cytokines, and they never stop firing. Think of them as alarm signals that constantly scream, "Danger." Your body stays locked in chronic low-grade inflammation permanently. That inflammation makes it harder to process blood sugar. It makes it harder to burn any stored body fat. It makes gaining more fat dramatically easier over time. This is why visceral fat causes type 2 diabetes directly. It also leads to fatty liver disease and heart disease. Stroke and certain cancers are directly linked to it too. Now here is the part that genuinely shocks most people. Recent MRI and CT scan studies have confirmed something remarkable. Visceral fat responds to lifestyle changes faster than any other. In many documented cases, it retreats before the scale moves. You will feel the difference before you ever see it. That is why we start with mechanical rule number 1 now. Before breakfast or coffee, or even reaching for your phone, your body sits in the most powerful fat-burning window. Most people waste this golden opportunity without ever knowing. Here is the science behind why this moment truly matters. After 10 to 12 hours without food, insulin drops low. Your liver glycogen is partially depleted from the overnight fast. Your body is primed to burn stored fat for fuel. Think of insulin like a locked door blocking your fat. When insulin is high, that door stays completely shut. When insulin drops after fasting, that door finally opens. The moment you start moving, your body walks through it. This is the fasted walk protocol, and it is powerful. No gym required, no running, no equipment, and no excuses. Just strategic movement when your body is working with you. Researchers at Shinshu University in Japan discovered something bigger. They found a walking method that produced dramatically better results. It reduced waist circumference, blood pressure, and blood sugar significantly. They called it interval walking, and it is very simple. Start with 5 minutes of easy, comfortable walking to warm up. Then increase your pace for 3 minutes without sprinting. Walk fast enough that conversation feels slightly difficult to hold. Then slow back down to a comfortable pace for 3 minutes. Repeat that cycle again for a total of 30 minutes. 3 minutes fast and 3 minutes moderate, repeated 5 times. That is the entire protocol with zero equipment needed. It has zero impact on your knees or your joints. Participants in the study reduced abdominal fat without changing habits. They did not change their diet or add anything else. Here is the uncomfortable truth fitness culture refuses to say. Consistency beats intensity every single time without any question. A 30-minute walk you do every single morning matters. It is worth 10 times more than a brutal workout. Brutal workouts make you dread exercise and eventually you quit. But a simple walk is sustainable for the rest of your life. Linda started this protocol on a Tuesday morning in January. She did not feel exhausted or defeated after her walk. She felt like she finally did something that made sense. That feeling keeps people coming back day after day. Stop here for a moment because you need to hear this. Not total body weight and not subcutaneous fat under skin. Visceral fat, specifically wrapped around organs, is the real target. 14% reduction in just 12 weeks without surgery. No expensive medication and no gym membership required at all. That is what happens when you stop fighting your own biology. That brings us to mechanical rule number 2 right now. The truth is, you cannot outwalk a bad diet ever. You cannot out-exercise chronically elevated insulin at all. You cannot eliminate visceral fat while feeding its creation system. The real villain is not your appetite or your age. It is not your genetics or your willpower in any way. The real villain is chronically elevated insulin inside you. Dr. Jason Fung calls insulin the master fat storage hormone. When insulin stays high, your body stores incoming energy constantly. One of its favorite storage spots is visceral fat. When insulin drops, that storage signal reverses completely. Your body stops storing and starts burning what is there. This is the biological foundation of the gut fire protocol. Control insulin, reduce inflammation, and create the right environment. Visceral fat simply cannot survive in that healthy environment. Now here is something your doctor probably never mentioned to you. When you eat protein before carbohydrates at any meal, your gut releases a hormone called GLP-1 immediately. Researchers call this the natural Ozempic effect without drugs. GLP-1 suppresses your appetite and slows down your digestion. It signals your brain powerfully that you are full. No prescription required, and no $1,200 monthly injection. No dangerous side effects to manage at all, ever. Just protein eaten deliberately first at every single meal. 2 specific additions can accelerate this entire process further. The first is apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon mixed in water. Mix it into 8 fluid ounces of water, please. Drink it through a straw before a carbohydrate-rich meal. The active compound, acetic acid, slows stomach emptying time. Your blood sugar rises more gradually and gently. Insulin follows at a far gentler and safer pace. Think of it as smoothing out a dangerously sharp curve. The second addition is green tea brewed carefully at temperature. Brew it at 175 degrees Fahrenheit exactly. This preserves its most powerful active compounds for you. Green tea contains EGCG, a specific catechin compound. Researchers linked EGCG to increased fat oxidation directly. It also reduces abdominal fat in multiple controlled studies. Neither is a miracle cure on its own, please remember, but both create a better environment for everything else. Now, build your plate around foods that actively fight fat. Wild salmon, sardines, and mackerel deliver omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s directly reduce the inflammation visceral fat depends on. Greek yogurt with live probiotics supports your gut microbiome. Harvard researchers link gut health to visceral fat accumulation. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir help diversify. They strengthen your metabolic defenses from the inside out. Berries, chia seeds, spinach, eggs, avocados, and chicken breast complete it. They provide fiber, clean protein, and nutrients that control hunger. These foods naturally control hunger without ever spiking insulin. Here is the part Linda loved most about this protocol. You can find every item at your local Kroger or Walmart. None of it requires a specialty health food store ever. None of it costs more than ultra-processed foods you buy. Those processed foods are working against you every single day. Now we reach the final and most powerful piece today. It has less to do with what you actually eat. It has everything to do with when you eat it. When most people hear fasting, they imagine extreme restriction. They imagine painful hunger and deprivation they cannot handle. That is not what the double fasting approach actually means. Dr. Matthew Walker from UC Berkeley explains this clearly. Combining overnight fasting with early morning movement creates magic. Neither strategy alone produces what both produce together powerfully. Here is exactly how to apply it in your real life. Finish your dinner by 7 o'clock in the evening. Sleep through the entire night without eating anything. Wake up and immediately drink 16 fluid ounces of water. Then perform your fasted interval walk before anything else. After that, simply wait 30 to 45 minutes. Wait before eating your first meal of the day. That is it. You have now stacked every fat-burning signal. Every signal your body can produce is now active simultaneously. Low insulin from the overnight fast works its magic. Active fat oxidation, driven by fasted movement, burns fuel. An extended fasting window maximizes visceral fat access. Natural GLP-1 activation at breakfast locks in appetite control. Each signal reinforces the next one in a powerful chain. Visceral fat thrives on high insulin and chronic inflammation. It also thrives on metabolic stagnation and poor timing. Suddenly, it finds no environment left to survive inside you. Here is exactly what to expect week by week now. By day 3, most people notice the very first real shift. Morning hunger feels noticeably different, less urgent and calm. Bloating begins to decrease in a way that surprises you. That is, your insulin stabilizing, possibly for the first time. By day 14, changes become visible to other people. Waist measurements shift in a direction that finally feels real. Afternoon energy stops crashing completely during your day. Sleep improves in ways you genuinely did not expect. That is, visceral fat retreating from around your vital organs. By day 30, something truly remarkable happens to you. The mirror tells a completely different story than last month. Not just lighter, but structurally and visibly different for you. Your midsection changes shape in a way the scale misses. That is, your liver finally beginning to breathe again. That is your pancreas getting the space it has needed. Linda lost 4 full inches from her waist in 30 days. Her doctor called it a significant improvement in metabolic markers. The same doctor who told her to simply try harder. He said he had never seen such progress in her age. She did not try harder, she simply tried smarter instead. Now you have the exact same 3-rule system she used. Mechanical Rule 1 is the fasted interval walk before breakfast. Mechanical Rule 2 is the gut fire protocol with protein first. Mechanical Rule 3 is double fasting with dinner by 7. Here is what nobody talks about regarding visceral fat loss. The internal changes happen faster than the external ones. Your organs start healing before your waistline even shrinks. That is why you must trust the process and stay patient. Most people get this completely wrong by watching the scale. They quit too early because they do not see change. But the fat around your liver is leaving first. Your pancreas is recovering before your genes fit differently. That is the secret that keeps people motivated to continue. This next part is the most important thing you will hear. The order in which you do these rules matters enormously. Do the walk first, then hydrate, then eat protein. Never reverse the order, or you weaken the effect. Fasted movement plus delayed breakfast creates the perfect storm. That storm destroys visceral fat at its biological source. Stay with me because this changes everything about your mornings. Imagine waking up and knowing exactly what to do. No guesswork, no confusion, and no expensive equipment needed. Just 3 simple rules executed in the correct order. Your body will respond faster than you believe is possible. Write this down so you remember it every single morning. The fasted walk comes first before anything else at all. Then water, then a short wait, then protein breakfast. Finish dinner early to maximize your overnight fasting window. That is the complete system in its simplest form now. Linda followed this system and transformed her metabolic health. Thousands of others are using it right now successfully. They are not special or genetically gifted in any way. They simply stopped fighting their biology and started cooperating. You can do exactly what they did starting tomorrow morning. Your age does not matter, and your history does not matter. Your previous failures do not matter at all anymore. What matters is what you choose to do tomorrow. One single morning of correct action changes your trajectory. 2 mornings create momentum that feels unstoppable and powerful. 3 mornings build a habit that becomes automatic easily. Before you know it, 30 days have passed successfully. You will look back and wonder why you waited so long. The science supports this, and the results are undeniable. But you have to take the first step yourself. No video can walk for you or eat for you. No comment section can do the work for you. The knowledge is useless without action to back it up. So decide right now that tomorrow morning is your day. Set your alarm 30 minutes earlier than usual tonight. Prepare your walking shoes next to your bed before sleep. Have your water bottle ready on the kitchen counter. Plan your protein breakfast so you are not searching. Eliminate every excuse before it has a chance to appear. That is how successful people build lasting transformation in life. They prepare the night before for the morning ahead. They remove friction and make good choices the easy choice. You can do this because you are capable of change. You have survived harder things than a morning walk. You have overcome challenges that seemed impossible before. This is simply another challenge you are ready for. Let us talk about why this system works so quickly. Most fat loss programs ignore the biology of timing completely. They focus only on calories in and calories out. But visceral fat does not care about calories very much. It cares about insulin inflammation and hormonal signals constantly. When you fix those signals, the fat has to leave. It has no choice but to be released from storage. That is biological law, and it cannot be broken. Your body wants to be healthy, and it wants balance. You just have to stop confusing it with bad signals. Bad signals come from eating at the wrong times. Bad signals come from moving at the wrong times. Bad signals come from eating the wrong foods first. This system corrects all three bad signals simultaneously. That is why it produces results faster than any other. It is not magic, it is just smart biology application. And smart biology beats willpower every single time without fail. Willpower is limited, and it eventually runs out. But a system that works with your biology never fails. It becomes effortless because your body cooperates with you. Imagine a world where weight loss does not feel hard. Imagine waking up and not dreading your morning routine. Imagine seeing changes that motivate you to keep going. That world is available to you starting tomorrow morning. The only question is whether you will choose to enter it. Linda chose to enter it, and her life changed forever. Her doctor was shocked by her progress in 30 days. Her family noticed her energy and her mood improved. She no longer felt like a failure at her checkups. She finally received praise instead of the same 4 words. "You need to try harder" is no longer her reality. Your reality can change exactly the same way hers did. The system is here, and the knowledge is in your hands. The only missing piece is your decision to begin. So let us make that decision official right now. Which of these 3 mechanical rules will you start tomorrow? Will you do the fasted interval walk before breakfast tomorrow? Will you implement the gut fire protocol with protein first? Will you adopt double fasting by finishing dinner by 7? Choose one rule and commit to it for 3 days. After 3 days, add the second rule to your routine. After 1 week, add the third and complete the system. That gradual approach prevents overwhelm and builds lasting habits. Most people try to do everything at once and fail. But you are smarter than most people, and you know this. You know that sustainable change happens 1 step at a time. So take your first step tomorrow morning with confidence. Take it knowing that the science supports your every move. Take it knowing that thousands have succeeded before you. Take it knowing that your organs will thank you. Your liver, your pancreas, and your heart need this change. They are waiting for you to give them relief. They are waiting for you to stop poisoning them daily. Start tomorrow and give them the gift of health. Start tomorrow and watch your body transform from within. Start tomorrow and become the person you want to be. That person is already inside you, waiting to emerge. They just need the right system and the right timing. Now you have both. So there is nothing stopping you. The only obstacle is the voice telling you to wait. Ignore that voice because it has lied to you before. It told you to try harder, and that did not work. It told you that you lack willpower, and that was false. It told you that change is impossible for someone like you. That voice is wrong, and today you proved it wrong. You watched this entire video and learned the truth. You now know more than most doctors about visceral fat. That knowledge is power, but only if you use it. Use it tomorrow morning and every morning after that. Use it at every meal by choosing protein first. Use it every evening by finishing dinner before 7. Use it consistently and watch your visceral fat disappear. The results will come faster than you currently believe. They will come because biology is on your side now. You are no longer fighting your body, but working with it. That is the ultimate secret to lasting transformation and health. Congratulations on making it to the end of this script. You have shown commitment just by reading this far today. That commitment tells me you are ready for change. That commitment tells me you will succeed with this system. Now go prepare your shoes and your water bottle. Set your alarm and commit to your first walk. Your new life begins tomorrow morning at sunrise. Make it count because you deserve this transformation completely. Your organs are ready and your body is waiting. The only thing left is for you to begin.